What's up, Joe? It's Daddy Doba Bratan. In this video, I'm going to tell you the 5 teams that will qualify to the FIFA World Cup Russia 2018 Conmebol Qualifiers. Yes, there are only 2 match days left and 243 possibilities according to what I will show you here. So let's start. Actually, there is an article about this. If you want to read the article, please click at the link in the description and well, feel free to read it. Here I'm going to make a summary only, and this is the article. Yes, this is the article. Now, the most important thing is, well, match day 17 and match day 18, the remaining matches. Now, in match day 17, Bolivia versus Brazil is a useless game. Venezuela versus Uruguay is also a useless game. We don't care even if Venezuela beats Uruguay, for sure. Now, in match day 18, Uruguay versus Bolivia, okay, that's a tiny important game because at least we want Uruguay to tie Bolivia. But of course, we know that Uruguay will beat Bolivia for sure, so remains a useless game because we know Uruguay is going to be the winner. So now, the assumption we're going to take now is that Colombia versus Paraguay. Colombia is going to beat Paraguay. That's our assumption. It may be not correct, but that's how I will start this video, assuming that Colombia beats Paraguay. Because if Paraguay beats Colombia, oh, then everything becomes so complicated that any team can be eliminated and any team can qualify actually. So it's a mess. But if Colombia beats Paraguay, there are only 243 possibilities in which the standings can finish. That's why. Now, if Colombia beats Paraguay, Paraguay versus Venezuela is a useless game. In the end, these are the most important games that remain. Chile versus Ecuador, Argentina versus Peru, Ecuador versus Argentina, and Peru versus some team, and some team versus Chile. Yes, because we only care about these teams because one of or two of them will qualify to the World Cup basically. Now, from here is that we're going to use a bit of math to get some ideas what to guess or what to not guess. And the math is based in the theory of probability. Well, in the article we explain all these things, what is the theory or things like that. We jump here to the most important conclusions of the theory. The first conclusion, guys, is that results strongly depend on goal difference. Yes, the team that scores more goals has a higher probability to qualify. The second conclusion is that Peru is almost qualified if she wins her match against Argentina. Yes. Why? Well, we can show here a simple table that shows the case where Peru beats Argentina and Chile beats Ecuador. In this case, you can check the qualifying probability of Peru is 9/9 if Brazil beats Chile, and it can go up to 8/9 only if Chile beats Brazil. However, if Peru beats Argentina by 2 or 3 or 4 goals, the probability increases to 9/9, meaning that Peru needs to score many goals to have 100% chances to be in the World Cup, and that's amazing. The problem is that Peru has to play in La Bombonera. Yeah, guys, that will be extremely difficult for Peru. But why not? It may happen. Now, another conclusion is that Argentina needs to beat Peru to almost be qualified. It's the same that it's happening with Peru. The probability of Argentina's odds range from 90% to 100%. Again, here we have the table, the qualifying probability table in the case Argentina wins. And you can see it has 9/9 also, and the lowest is 8/9. So Argentina has to win in La Bombonera. If they win, they will be really close to the World Cup. The next conclusion is that Chile depends on her goals. Now, Chile has to beat Ecuador by many goals. Chile has to score a lot of goals to Ecuador to increase her probability. Okay, you can see, for example, in the previous table, her probability is 6 out of 9. Or if Brazil ties Chile, is 6 out of 9, but with more goals, goes up to 9 over 9. Now, in the previous case, where Peru ties Argentina and Chile beats Ecuador in the previous table, you can see that Chile's probability is 3 out of 9 if Brazil beats Chile, but it can go up to 8 over 9 just by scoring more goals, meaning just by defeating Ecuador like by many goals. So Chileans should think about scoring a lot of goals against Ecuador. That's the message. The next conclusion is Ecuador is on the edge. Well, that's obvious, right? Ecuador needs to defeat Chile. If not, the probabilities are very, very low. However, if Ecuador beats Chile, Ecuador's probability goes up to 33%, and that's quite a decent number, of course. Now, the problem is that Ecuador plays in Santiago, so that will be very difficult to achieve. In the article, I explained what happens if Colombia ties Paraguay. Well, you can read it, but the conclusion is over here. A tie between Colombia and Paraguay does not greatly affect the results shown in this article. So there is no much difference if Colombia ties Paraguay. So what else is here? Okay, yes. How many points is likely to have the last qualified team, meaning the 5th position? The math shows that the percentages are these ones. So as you can see from this table, the 5th position is likely to have 27 points. It has the highest probability, which is 35%. So at the end of the qualifiers, it's most likely that the 5th position will have 27 points. Let's see if that will happen, but that's what math is showing. Now, which teams will qualify according to math? According to math, well, we have already qualified Brazil, Uruguay, and Colombia. Well, according to what I think, of course. But the second part, according to math, the remaining 2 teams are Peru, Argentina, or Chile. If we use, if we make some calculations, we find this table. And we see that Peru has the highest probability of qualifying, and Argentina comes second. Chile remains third in this qualifying position of probabilities. Now, the interesting thing here is that with the worst goal difference, Chile has 41% probability of qualifying. However, if Chile scores a lot of goals, it goes up to 59%. And you know, if Chile has the best goal difference, it means that Chile has 59% and the others are here. You can see that 59 is very close to 62. That's why I was telling you before, Chile must score many goals to Ecuador, because the probability shows that that will increase a lot for them. But still, Chile remains third position in the qualifying probability table. So if we use the math here, we can say that, okay, the 2 teams that will qualify are Peru and Argentina. Now, who qualifies directly to the World Cup and who goes to the Interconfederation playoffs? Well, again, making some calculations, we see that we have this table with the worst goal difference. We see that Argentina has a slightly higher probability to go directly to the World Cup. So it means that Peru will go to the Interconfederation playoffs. So based on this analysis, my prediction is that the 5 teams that qualify are Brazil, Uruguay, Colombia, Argentina, and to the Interconfederation playoffs goes Peru. Now let's see if my prediction is right or not. 2nd week of October. Thank you for watching.